Hey YouTube friends and family, I'm here today to give you a brand new series that I created called Keeping It Fresh. And what Keeping It Fresh is about, it's about everything that involves DJing. When I buy new equipment, I want to keep it fresh. I want to keep the parties fresh, and I'm going to show you and I'm going to display it on this channel. Also, when something breaks, I want to show you how I keep it fresh. I want to show you how I maintain my DJ gear so it can run smoothly. There's no hiccup, or it reduces the hiccups at every party, and everything can run smoothly. This may be interesting to some, maybe not all, but these are the things that I do just to keep my DJ gear fresh. So let's check it out.
But all you gotta do is keep it real with a player.
Okay, so today's video is for my DVS users. So a lot of people are using controllers these days, but we have the true turntablists that still use the Technics 1200s or their preferred brand of turntables, and they use the control vinyl. And a lot of times, I'm in and out with parties, I'm outside, I'm inside. These things get dirty, and when they get dirty, it is not good at all. And this is something simple a lot of people don't think about because they're going from gig to gig to gig, but you have to clean your records. And I'm gonna show you how to clean them today, and I'm gonna show you why you need to clean them. So let's take a look. All right, as I mentioned before, these control vinyl can get very dirty. When you're putting your fingers on it, the dust in the air, just the general wear and tear, little scratches and scuffs are gonna get on it. You can't help the scratches and the scuffs, but definitely you can control the dirt. So for those who are new to DJing, or for those who don't use control vinyl, the way control vinyl works, this is a special record. This record has grooves in it that sends a signal to the tone arm, and that signal is sent to Serato, and Serato reads that signal and it plays the music. However, if the record is dirty or if your needle is dirty, that signal is not as strong. And if the signal is not as strong, Serato's not going to pick it up, and therefore your music could possibly stop, or it could sound distorted. A lot of things can happen. However, it doesn't happen suddenly. You're going to know in advance before it happens, unless a big piece of lint just happens to roll across your needle that you didn't see. Other than that, it's not going to just stop suddenly. So let's take a look at Serato so I can show you what I'm talking about. My Serato screen. And in Serato, I have both of the same songs loaded on different decks. And we're going to play the right deck because I believe that control vinyl is the worst of the two as far as dirt is concerned. So I'm going to play it, and we're going to keep the volume down so that way you can hear me talk. All right, so as I play it, if you look, you can see the red is popping out just a little bit right above the spinning platter. Let me scratch it, you can see it. You see how when I pull the record back, see all that red? That is not good at all. So you want to prevent that red from coming up, especially in a gig, because it may look like this now, but as soon as you take your turntables out to a gig, that red is going to pop up unless your control vinyl is clean. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to make sure the control vinyl is clean, so when we're scratching, when we're playing, whatever is happening, you don't see that red, because the less red you see, the better. The more red you see, it could be a disaster, and you want to prevent that disaster from happening. All right, so I have my solution here. I shook it up a little bit, but it's no science to it. I put the still water, some of the rubbing alcohol, a few drops. You don't want to put too many drops of the dishwashing liquid because you don't want too much soap on your records. And so let's look at the record itself. And if you look at the record, you can see it doesn't look so clean. And it's hard to see because it's black, but it doesn't look so clean. The blue one, you really couldn't tell either because it was going straight through. So let's look how I'm going to clean it. All right, so for this one, we're going to take the spray. I'm going to try not to get the center of it wet because that's what the label is. However, it's difficult to do that, to not get it wet. But I'm going to just spray it. Don't spray too much water, just enough to make sure the soap and the alcohol isn't in the water. And then I'm going to take the first wipe and go counterclockwise. Just like that, counterclockwise. And then I'm gonna spray it again. And then I'm gonna go clockwise this time. All right, it's very simple, very easy. I've seen a lot of DJs, they decide not to clean their records. They just figure the records are no good and they buy another one. These things are, they're not expensive, but they're not that cheap either. So if you can preserve it, just preserve it. All right, so let's look at it. I don't know if you can see, this looks much cleaner. It looks much cleaner. Let's look at the other side compared to the other side. So I don't know if you can see the other side. You can still see like fingerprints. You can see a little dirt. This side is much cleaner. All right, so I'm gonna clean the other side off camera. I'm back. Everything is nice and clean. I'm gonna play the right turntable again, and we're gonna see if that red pops out. So it may pop out. It will pop out if I scratch, because that's the nature of the beast. But when it's playing, we wanna make sure there's no red. Or if it pops out just a little bit, it's okay, but like I said, the least, the better. All right, so it's playing now. We don't see any red. This record is nice and clean. So if we take it to an event, it should perform. It will perform. And we won't have no issues. One less thing we have to worry about. Okay, YouTube friends and family. So that right there wraps up this episode of Keeping It Fresh. And a lot of DJs, they neglect to take care of their equipment, and then they wonder why when they get to a gig, things don't work out as expected. Just take care of your equipment. That's all I'm saying. This is very simple, very easy. Trust me, I got some gems coming, so stay tuned. I'm gonna have some, some common sense, rudimentary things, but I'm gonna also drop some gems. So make sure that you stay tuned to the channel. All right, make sure you subscribe. See you later.